Splitgate 2's 60-player Battle Royale mode just launched about 48 hours ago, with Splitgate fans, Battle Royale fans, and big streamers all diving into the mode this weekend, making it one of the most viewed games on Twitch. In this video, I'm going to deliver a steady stream of tips and tricks specific to the Splitgate Battle Royale to help you become a better player, win more of your matches, and drop more 20 bombs. If you're looking for a basic explanation of how Splitgate's Battle Royale works, check out the previous video on my channel, as this video focuses specifically on tips, tricks, and strategies that you can employ as a player. So portal in and let's get going. So this first tip is something that's present in Arena, but is even more important in Battle Royale for obvious reasons, and that is balance your squad between all three factions in the game. And there's a very specific reason for this, and again, it makes a difference in Arena, but it's an even bigger deal in Battle Royale, where you're probably going to be playing more as a team. At least most of us probably are going to focus more on team play than on Arena, where you can portal around like crazy. Obviously there's 60 players, bigger map. So take a second and look at these abilities and their passives, which then go into your squad, how important that is, right? So arrows, they obviously have the speed boost to movement. This is going to be really important for people who want to be like entry fraggers in BR, or just escape to respawn your teammates, because remember, it's takedown rules. But the passive here is faster ability cooldown for you and your teammates. So if you have an arrows on your team, you're going to get faster cooldowns and abilities, or faster ability cooldown for your entire 4-man squad, right? And then Meridian, you get the scan. This is super important in Battle Royale. Being able to scan and see where the other squads are, or players are hiding, camping, changing where they're moving to. Super important ability in Battle Royale, especially in the final circle, right? This ability is a very wide scan, so you definitely want at least one Meridian on your squad. Then the passive here, faster health regeneration for you and your teammates. You're definitely going to want that in a Battle Royale match. It's helpful in Arena, even more important in Battle Royale. And then Sabrask, the smart wall, we all know how important that is. Having that barrier, I play Sabrask to place down, usually from high ground, to just, take those ranged battles, which are much more common in Battle Royale than Arena, with your burst rifle or your DMR, your carbine. Very important. But then again, the passive for your whole squad. Equipment recharges faster for you and your teammates. If you have all three of these passives, your squad is going to be as effective as it possibly can be, because you've got all three of those passives. You're literally just better Splitgate players, characters, soldiers. So make sure, no matter what, you keep at least one person of all three factions in your 4-man squad. Tip number 1. All right, now I want to focus on some of the best equipment to pick up and focus on in Splitgate 2's Battle Royale. There are some that stand above the others, and again, more important in a more team-based mode like Battle Royale than Arena, which is more individual play style. So under the Sabrask, but anybody can pick these up of any faction. You can interchange your equipment and stuff like that in Battle Royale. The Sandstorm Grenade, something people don't really know. This is like not only a smoke grenade, but also something that blocks portals being shot through it. So double use, blocks visibility, portals can no longer be shot through it. Major portal denial tool here. Somebody on your squad should be running smoke grenades, sandstorm grenades. And if I have to say what's its number one use, for me, it's getting those clutch revives off. You're taking fire, you don't want somebody to lose all their stuff on your squad. Either you can put down a Sabrask wall, which is obviously helpful, but also the sandstorm grenade. And you really don't see them being used a lot in Battle Royale right now, or even Arena for that matter. But I feel like they're even better in Battle Royale than they are in Arena for that reason, to get those revives off, or just escape, period, right, and respawn your teammates. And then if you go over to Meridian, what stands out here, to me, it's the regen cloud for obvious reasons. When you're taking those long-range fights, you're picking at each other with burst rifles and carbines, throwing that regen cloud at your own feet and being able to, regen some health quicker. It might allow you to get another burst or two off without having to, go back down and heal, which takes time. That can give you the edge in that fight. Somebody on your squad should be running the regen cloud. Be very careful you don't throw this on an enemy team, though, if you think you have another type of grenade or equipment attached. I've done this multiple times and lost fights because of it. And then arrows, what stands out here? It's definitely the portal. This allows you to put a portal down where there's not a portal wall. So these are great for clutch escapes, pushes. You can get your whole team through these portals with portal. Obviously, shock disc is okay. You can't go wrong with sim shot, but portal to me, as a squad, somebody should be running it. I referenced this during the sandstorm grenade tip, but I thought I should call it out because I don't think a lot of players realize it. You can revive your teammates who died just by walking up to their, whatever that little monograph looking thing is, their outline, and you hold your revive button and you revive them on the spot. And there's a huge advantage to this. You keep all your gear, your armor level, your cash when you do this. So if you can revive your teammates before you let them just flat out respawn, the revive is way better than the respawn. And then on this same token, you can also open dead players' loot bins, and this causes the loot to spill out. It doesn't just spill out everywhere until the squad is totally wiped. So if you see, you'll notice it. Just look around. I got the footage rolling on screen. Open those loot bins and check it out. Is there a higher tier of a weapon that I'm using that I can take here? Do I need armor plates? This stuff's all important. Don't sleep on it. Open those loot bins. You do it in Apex, you do it in PUBG, do it here. This one is super simple, but it's also probably the most important tip in this video, especially if you're just getting started with Splitgate 2's Battle Royale. Level up your armor above all outs before anything else. And you can do this, obviously, you can take armor from other players, but the easiest way to do this, just go to a buy station and use the cash that you've looted and picked up to upgrade your armor. Everybody who's played a Battle Royale knows in the final circle, there's a lot of damage going out. You can't really, just run away. You're gonna need armor, right? The legendary armor makes the biggest difference in Battle Royale right now. It is 100% the play. Don't sleep on it. Upgrade your armor first, then buy your perks or your weapon upgrades, whatever. But armor above first until you're legendary, always. This is just a generalized gameplay tip for Battle Royale. Portals are obviously a limited resource in Battle Royale. You should have checked that out in my last video. So what's the difference? Obviously, you loot them on the map. You can upgrade your portal glove, so on and so forth. That's all part of the Battle Royale. But the big important thing is communicate with your teammates to save on your portals, right? Utilize them and manage them as a resource. So if you're just trying to run from the circle, one person in your squad should put a portal down and then the exit portal to move your squad up for the circle. All four of you shouldn't be placing portals all over the place to get from point A to point B when you all have the same objective. Same thing when you're trying to get to a shop or the buy station, whatever you want to call it. Have one person give you a path there. Don't just, everybody willy-nilly waste your portals. This same idea. It's a shared resource. Communicate with your teammates. Don't just portal around like a madman by yourself. Save yourself portals to escape if you need to during fights. Don't just use them all, in the beginning of a fight or in the middle of a fight. Think about it. Share them together, go through each other's portals. You can do this in Arena as well, but again, even more important in Battle Royale. All right, the current weapon meta, I think, is very long-range heavy. It plays much different than the Arena maps, which are small, close quarters, more portaling, more flanking. Those are all parts of Battle Royale, but burst rifles and carbines are very, very, very strong in Battle Royale, and you should always carry a long-range weapon with you. Obviously, you can carry an AR or an SMG and a long-range weapon, whatever you want to do, but always keep a long-range weapon. That's 100% the meta. This is kind of common sense if you played another Battle Royale. Usually one long-range, one short-range gun. Obviously, you can portal in and use the short-range guns like shotguns and SMGs, but be wary because it's 4-man squads and there's respawn times and so on. Portaling, you have to be a little less aggressive unless you're really trying to finish that squad off. If you're sure that you're going to be able to finish them off, then go in and get aggressive. Communicate to your teammates, I'm putting a portal down, I'm going in to finish off this squad. If you go in by yourself in a 1v2, especially, again, this is where your armor comes in, how much damage you can take. It's definitely riskier here in BR, where the maps are much bigger, wider, you can be shot at from any angle, as opposed to the Arena maps, which are, again, a little more close quarters, but pack a long-range weapon. So this next tip is specifically about Sanctum, and if you don't know what Sanctum is, when you drop into the map, in Battle Royale, there's 4 biomes available. And if you didn't know this, they are literally just the Onslaught maps. Onslaught is Splitgate 2's 24-player kind of big team battle mode, but the Battle Royale map is those 4 biomes. There's 4 biomes at drop, all pieced together in a very clever modular way. I've been talking about this a lot and how this is going to allow the Battle Royale map to evolve like crazy. But Sanctum opens up a little after the match begins and the announcer calls it out. That's a 5th biome that's not there at the start. So what's different about Sanctum? Well, you're looking at it right now. I'm playing it just against bots right now. Cool map. Again, you can't drop there off the rip. So what's the deal with Sanctum? There's a power weapon spawn in the middle. You can get a free Deadbolt or rocket launcher, or Fubar, whatever, free. Also, it seems to be the final circle quite a bit. It's not always. I don't know if it's more heavily weighted to be. It certainly seemed to be on launch day. But anyway, Sanctum, not there at the beginning. If you're not sure where to go, if you're taking a lot of fire in a match, I don't know which sector to rotate to, go to Sanctum. Nobody dropped there, so at worst, you're going for a fresh start when it opens up. And since the maps are literally the Onslaught maps pieced together like Legos, if you want to really get to learn the POIs, one thing you can do is just play the Onslaught playlist in Splitgate 2. Again, a 24-player kind of big team battle style map where there's no eliminations to worry about, just infinite respawns. You can casually run around, check out these maps, get to know them like the back of your hand, or just boot them up as custom games, which you can do right in Splitgate 2 from the map browser. Put bots in there if you want, or just run around by yourself and explore to learn the POIs and the pieces of the Battle Royale map easier. Many of you may have noticed the random events that happen throughout the matches. Sometimes it rains power weapon care packages, sometimes there's EMPs, which don't allow you to portal at all. There's double damage, there's a whole bunch of things here. The announcer calls them out, but it's easy to lose track. So all you need to do to check which event is currently active, if there is one active, then there's an icon on the mini map that you can just check that, but you can also hit M or Alt to pull up a screen that will show you, it'll say it right on the screen, which event is active. You can check the map to see, where the circle is, where it's moving, the wall, as I call it. It's more like a wall than a circle, so to speak, in Splitgate 2's Battle Royale. But you can also check your inventory, and you can drop stuff for teammates, just like you can in other Battle Royales like Apex or Fortnite. You just pull up that inventory screen and drop it. It's that simple. And last, I always give this tip when I'm telling people how to get better at a game. Watch professional players and streamers on Twitch or YouTube, Kick, TikTok, wherever you watch streams. You're going to learn all sorts of stuff you didn't know just from watching their gameplay. I'm a streamer, twitch.tv/Reynolds. I'm not a pro, but I do think I play pretty well. And I'm always talking with people in chat, giving tips, exploring the game, trying experiments. I also recommend Micavelli, longtime Splitgate player, Splitgate Pro. Awesome guy, awesome streamer. But there's tons, right? Whatever platform you watch streams on, go check it out. And you're just going to notice stuff. You're probably going to see things you didn't know before, strategies, different paths they take through the map. It's a good way to improve in your game. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I have another Splitgate video already planned. It's going to be my favorite custom game maps that I've found so far, created by Splitgate community members in the lab. Let me know if you made one yourself. I'll check it out on stream. I may include it in my video. My YouTube video is going to be the compilation of my favorite maps that I've seen created so far. I want to recognize some of those folks, and I've already seen some really cool stuff. So subscribe to the channel for that video and more Splitgate 2 coverage. Come join me, twitch.tv/Reynolds. And remember, if you're playing Splitgate 2 on the Epic Games Store, use Mayor in your supporter creator slot. Every time you buy Splitcoin or make a purchase, you will support this channel and my content in the process, which is hugely appreciated. So if you liked the video, hit like, leave a comment if you have any questions about the tips and tricks or anything I can clarify for you. Appreciate you guys all watching. See you in the next video. Mayor Reynolds out. This video was sponsored by DraculaByte, our partners for apparel. Go to DraculaByte.com, use my link down in the description of this video, or code Mayor at checkout for some awesome heavy metal themed t-shirts themed after everything from video game franchises, horror movies, classic retro games. Everything is here, guys. If you like my content, you're gonna like this type of stuff. Some of my favorites here: the Doom collection. Obviously, there's some synergy there, but you also got classic horror movies, and again, all the logos look like classic, like 80s metal band, 90s metal band t-shirts. There's all sorts of awesome game movie stuff on here. Check it out, DraculaByte, code Mayor at checkout, and you'll support this channel whenever you buy something. So get yourself a shirt, support the channel. Thanks for a lot.